Welcome to Mathman's Adventures in Problem Solving. The problem you're currently looking at is one I gave on my Facebook page, and also I showed a video on the solution in an earlier post on my YouTube channel. Now I'm going to show you how to do the more advanced part of the problem. That's where you find the function, and you can even find the a sub 1000 fairly easy without a whole lot of effort. First thing I want to do is show you how I can use the differential method with Excel. I select Excel, and as you can see, I already put the data in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a formula, a differential formula, by simply selecting the block below a sub 1, which is 7. I say equals. And then I'm going to take this 9 and I'm going to subtract the 7 from those two blocks and hit enter. So 9 take away 7 is 2. Yes, we can do this in our head, but I'm going to show you right now, if you take that little square, you can actually do all of the differences really fast with Excel. Now I'm going to select this cell. I already wrote the formula. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to come down to the next level, and I'm going to paste it. And now you can see the differences of that level. And finally, I'm going to come to the next level and paste the same formula. And here we see that the difference in the third level is 3. This means that this function is a cubic function. And the differential is 3 is the same for the third level. Now we're going to go on to the calculator. I'm going to show you how to use the calculator, the Ti-nspire, to find these functions. And you can do this with any statistics function in other calculators. I just use the Ti-nspire CX in my classroom, and that's what you're looking at right now. So I'm going to I've hit the home screen. So I'm hitting the home screen. I want to open up the data, the spreadsheet. So this is a lot like Excel. And yes, you could do this in Excel, but the Ti-nspire is really good about figuring out functions, and it's a little easier to use than Excel when you're talking about certain calculations. So I'm going to press enter. And now I have my Excel spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to enter my data. And so you don't have it in front of you, but there were 6 pieces of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, it's really important when you enter the data that you make sure it matches. So the first number was 7. The second number was 9. The third number was 14, 25, 45, and 77. So we've put all the data in the spreadsheet in column A. It's real important to remember the column. We put the input or the n value in column A, and we put the a sub n or the output in column B. I choose column C because it's real convenient. And now we're going to let the calculator do the math for us. So if we press menu and we go to statistics, and then we come over to statistics calculations, it gives us all kinds of regression. Now, because this data is perfect, we should get a 100% regression. So the idea is we discovered through the differencing that this is a cubic formula. So I'm going to select cubic regression number 7. And now that I have that, the X list was column A, so I'm going to press A. The Y list was column B, so I'm going to press B. Now this is where you can select the function, and I think I'm going to just call it function A because that's the way it is in the problem. Now this is the frequency list. There's one piece of data, so we're going to use a frequency of 1 always when we're doing this. And these are unnecessary. You can fill them out if you would like. But finally, we have to decide where are we going to put the results. And it only makes sense since column A was the input, column B was the output. We're going to use column C to show the results of the calculation. Press tab, and now I'm ready to hit enter. And just like that, the calculator has given me the solution. I want you to note a few things. It says it's cubic regression. right there as well. And it gives us the formula ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Now keep in mind we called this function a. That's going to become important in a little bit. So the a value is 0.5 or 1/2. So we can say 1/2 n cubed. And then the b value is negative 1.5 or negative 3 over 2 n squared. And c is going to be 3, so that's going to be plus 3n. And finally, d, this does have 4 terms. It's just going to be plus 5. So a sub n is going to equal 1/2 n to the third minus 3n squared plus 3n plus 5, or excuse me, 3 over 2n, negative 3 over 2n. But we see all the data here, and you can see the regression is 100%. It's really important that you check this. I teach my students in the classroom to look for this because they may have made some data entry problems, or they may have improperly analyzed what type of function it is. We don't really need the residual, so I'm going to hit escape now. Now I'm going to go back to the home screen. And because the CX, the TICX, it's global, I'm going to go ahead and select the calculator. And if you remember, the first term was 7. So if I say a parenthesis 1, it should return 7, and it does. So the seventh term was 124. So a 124, we hit enter, and we get, oh, excuse me, I didn't want the a of 124. I wanted the a of 7. So let's try that. A of 7. There we go, 124. But now let's do the a of 1000. So if you put this in there and we put our 1000, we should get a return. It's a really big number. There it is. Okay. Now we're going to have to round that off. So it's approximately, well, actually it's exactly, we got to divide these things up. So we have 498,503,505. So that's our answer. 498,503,005. And notice I did round up the 0.999. So now if I come back into my Excel spreadsheet, I'm just going to record that. We're going to get the 498. This is the solution to the problem. You've seen the equation here. Let me get it so you can read it. There it is. So you can get all of this information this way. Now, if you want to use Excel to find, without using the TI, just to find the next term, the beautiful part about this is, as we made our formula over here, we can use a formula to find each of the next terms. So all I have to do is say equals 3, this column, and I hit enter. And I'm just going to drag this along. You can take it as far as you need it. So now all I have to do is to find the next term on this level. I just have to say equals this. That would be F23 plus the one above it, which is F24. I hit enter. And now I can drag this, and it'll carry that formula forward. And I can do, now this formula will work really well because now I can just take this and I can put it down in here. And finally here, I can paste it here as well. And you can see I got my 124, and of course the next number is going to be 189. Now I don't recommend you do this all the way to 1000. You're going to need the Ti-nspire or some other statistics calculator to do the regression to find the bigger equations. So we were able to find the function or the equation. We were also able to solve the problem using different technologies.
MathMan approves. Please remember to like and subscribe.